Insurance benefits for many Americans, including vision benefits for children.
During this back-to-school season, it's important to consider how your child's performance in school can be affected by vision problems. In fact, Ron called on vision care expert Dr. Howard Purcell to explore a few things you need to know regarding your child's vision.
Yeah, have a listen to that interview. You say 80% of all learning comes through what a child sees.
Actually true. I think something we don't think about. It's back to school time, Ron, and I think the point here is that we think about all the things we need to do to prepare our children to go back to school. One of the key elements is something we don't always think about, and that's vision. The input to mostly everything we learn comes through our eyes, and oftentimes it's missed because parents try to do the best job they can, but it isn't always obvious, and kids can't always tell us exactly what's going on.
Would you say it's true that parents generally rely too heavily on those simple eye exams that they get at school? Not the fault of the parent, but they think on a checklist, my school has that covered.
Yeah, and those are vision screenings, and they do a good job of screening out kids who have significant vision problems. But unfortunately, many of the problems that children have are not diagnosed during those tests. So a comprehensive eye exam really is going to go through a full gamut of assessments to really determine whether or not that child's eyes are performing normally. And by the way, in many cases, the eyes and vision may be okay, but the eyes still may be having some problems.
Okay, so in fact, you say, despite those school vision exams, or screenings we should call them, 1 in 4 children has an undetected vision problem that can interfere not just with learning but behavior. Explain to me how a child whose vision might be impaired and they're unaware of it could affect their behavior.
Yeah, 1 in 4 is a big number, by the way, and so we need to pay attention to this. But think about it. A child sitting there, they're unable to read, for example. It's not comfortable. They can't sustain reading. The first thing they're not going to do is say, I can't read. They're going to get fidgety. They're going to move around. They're going to get disruptive in class. Oftentimes then diagnosed with problems like ADD and different things, put on medications, when in many cases it's purely a vision problem that could be easily taken care of. In fact, the numbers are pretty big there. 60% of those who have learning problems actually have vision problems. So why not at least try the vision side first, give it a shot, see if you can improve vision, then to move to more aggressive treatments if necessary.
Very good, Dr. Howard Purcell. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
There are some resources out there for parents that we want to share with you now. Those with you. Okay, here they are.
Payback for making fun of me for
That's what happens for lonesome. What is it? Don't some love with Chef Lim Tub. All right, here we go.
Karma.
Think about your eyes and Infant C, both of which provide lots of helpful information and can help you find a doctor near you. We're going to post those links at WFAA.com and on our Daybreak Facebook page. Okay, so your experience with glasses in school is not unlike mine. You were sitting somewhere in the classroom, you were in first grade, and you couldn't see.
I couldn't see.
But you were embarrassed to say anything.
I was too embarrassed to say that I couldn't see. I didn't understand why I couldn't see, and so I will never forget, Miss Watson, love you. You're still at Herbert Marcus Elementary in Dallas, celebrating your 42nd year. She came up to me and said, Cynthia, I'm going to put you in the front row. Can you see the chalkboard? And I said, no, I can't see it. I still couldn't see it from the front row. And so I had to go get glasses immediately.
That was first grade.
But she alerted my mom.
And I was in third grade. Now, the difference between now and then, where invariably you'll be called Four Eyes, at least when I grew up.
I was, and that was very painful.
Yes, and it's painful because kids can be mean. At least
so
now
can co-anchors.
It's all occasionally. At least now, there's like a wider variety of, and it's almost fashionable for kids to have glasses. So if that's any consolation.
Greg, when did you get glasses?
I was grown. I was an adult. I was actually working in Tyler and couldn't see the weather maps, you know, looking at the camera. So that's when I knew I needed glasses. So never got called Four Eyes.
And because you're very fashionable in your specs.
So
the new Greg.
I had the big round ones though back then.
The Greg Fields line of glasses available at a Walmart near you.
All right, let's talk weather here this morning. We are awake.